Welcome Aries, this is your July 13th to July 19th forecast, and for you we have the most influential transit being Saturn retrograde in Aries on July 13th, and that's going to highlight your career and finances, and you may be reviewing how you're initiating and leading, so old patterns may need to be dismantled. You're being guided to really sit with your inner self, your counsel of your guides, your higher self, your ego, and just go within with that, connect with that, and allow that to help you guide your next steps and identify your next steps. Let's see, we also have the Eight of Wands here with you reflecting, so that is really coming out strongly as a message. It is time to reflect. You may also receive some communication that sort of prompts that type of energy and that feeling within you and that need within you to do that. We do have the Ten of Cups here coming out as well, so there may be a little bit of harmony as a result of that process. You may find that, yeah, everything's going pretty well here. I want to just continue along the path that I'm on. And then others of you may find that there's areas where you do want to make a little bit of adjustments. And I also feel like you may want to just be mindful of your environment, the environment that you're in, and just recognize that there may be individuals around you that aren't necessarily as spiritually advanced as you are, so they may not be operating on the same level. So I feel like this is really a message about just being smarter, being wiser about who you communicate with and what information you tell them. And especially if there is like any gossiping going on, like really letting go of that lower vibrational type of energy actions and things that you may be participating in that just are not benefiting you and don't contribute to your highest good or the collective's overall highest good. So let's see. You know what? I'm going to get some oracles here on career. What else can you tell us about that? So we have handcuffs, delegate, and money coming in. Wonderful. So you may have opportunity here to connect with a project or a partnership or collaboration, or there may quite literally be a specific opportunity or role that comes up for you where you are being offered more money. It's going to be more lucrative, more generous to you. So that's also another reason why you definitely want to just be mindful of your communications at this time and how you're sort of acting, because you just being a natural leader, even if you do not have the position of being a leader, you're still being watched, you're still being monitored, and everyone is sort of seeing how you act. And not that that is what needs to be your concern. It's just that if you are trying to transition into a leadership role or you are a leader, then it does matter what how you communicate with individuals and the interactions that you do have with the team as a whole or with the group. But there is a lot of opportunity here for new projects, new things coming to you. All right. All right. So you may also be considering other ways that you can make money. So this may be like a side hustle. You may also start exploring your gifts and talents more so that you can be financially free by doing the things that you love. So you may want to explore offering products and services that align with you, your authentic self here. But yeah, there's going to be a spotlight on you here. So this is really about like, what do you want that spotlight to show to the world here? And that's what you get to decide. You get to decide that by being mindful, by connecting within and deciding what your next steps are, what feels good to you, what do you feel passionate about. Okay, and then also just that reminder here, that's that confirmation that people are watching you, people are looking and seeing what you're doing, and they are taking guidance from you. So knowing that, you being a light worker, a starseed, you would want them, I'm assuming you would want them to see you operating in a positive space. And that doesn't mean you have to be perfect all the time and you can't make mistakes. That doesn't mean any of that at all. It just means that you operating on a higher higher frequency would allow you to process things that are happening, any resistance that's coming up or any issues that come up. It would allow you to process that in an emotionally intelligent way, and that will be the inspiration to others when they view you. They'll say like, yeah, you know, this person, they handle conflict really well. They're very solution focused with that. So those are the types of things that I'm talking about here. What else do we have? Okay, so some of you may be getting into real estate, or you may be really paying down your mortgage, putting some extra funds towards that. So if that's something that you're interested in, that may be an opportunity for you to explore that. Wonderful. So we have that confirmation here of you activating your gifts. And we said that earlier. We just said that you may be considering using your gifts and talents for financial prosperity here. So here is your card of confirmation of that if you were considering doing that. Wonderful. All right, so let's look at any obstacles that may come up here. So we have, okay, you cannot make this up here, right? So we do have that passion burning within you. So just really please try to be very emotionally intelligent in your communications, and try to work through any conflicts or challenges that come up in a constructive way. Okay? That I feel like is a very strong message here, because you may be tested here. Somebody's gonna really push your buttons. They're gonna piss you off. So it really is going to be about how you react and how you respond. All right, and then you are also being guided here to allow yourself to be divinely guided here. So you may in some way encounter a little bit of resistance with that. So I can clearly see here, like, yeah, someone's getting on your nerve. They're taking you out of your element. You know, it happens sometimes, but really try to get back in your element, to get back to your authentic self, to get back to that unconditionally loving space, so that you are able to be direct and communicate exactly what you need, what's right, what's not right, what needs adjusted, needs changed, but also doing that in an emotionally intelligent way, like as a leader does. Okay, so let's look at your beliefs, your goals here. All right, so for some of you're going to want to consider why you are resisting. Okay, and if this doesn't resonate, then just don't take it. But some of you may be resisting in some way, and this could also be like within your subconscious here. So it may be you questioning your value, you questioning your worth, you questioning whether, you know, you can truly do this. You can, you know, have multiple streams of income and be very active and engaged in all of those streams at the same time. So yeah, there may be some underlying fears that you do have about taking on more and expanding your abilities and connecting more with the community and the collective. So there may be a little bit of resistance about that. And I feel like it really comes down to the confidence, the self-love, and the value you are placing on yourself. So you know that you are powerful, you have everything that you need already, and there's nothing you can't do, there's nothing you can't handle, there's nothing you can't manage. Okay, so let's look at your approach here. Okay, so this is interesting. You do want to take a fair approach to things. You are really trying to be objective in your viewpoint and how you look at things. So that is really wonderful to see here, because yeah, you definitely might be getting a little annoyed with some individuals here who have different agendas, or who aren't as supportive, or who aren't as collaborative and wanting to work as a team here. So your approach, I like it. I love it. So it's like trying to be very diplomatic, trying to be the leader that you are, and work through things in a constructive manner. We also have the moon here. Yes, absolutely allow yourself to be divinely guided as it relates to that. So if you need to take a moment, if you need to, go take a walk or take your break or take a couple deep breaths and calm yourself, absolutely do that and allow those messages to come to you as far as how you should respond. What would be the appropriate response? Okay, so just go within, connect, experience that peace, and allow those messages to flow to you. Let's see what's going on in your external environment here. Okay, yeah, so there may also be, and some of you may be in a working environment where there's just really low morale and there's some restructuring or reorganizing going on, or just people not being treated fairly, or just some rights or just some things being taken away, and just things changing and shifting, and you're not understanding why or what was the purpose of that, and you again just having less than what you previously had, and you're wondering why. There's no good rhyme or reason for why it's happening. So that could absolutely be happening in your external environment, or you could be experiencing a little bit of delay with things that you are trying to work towards, and trying to explore and trying to expand out. Okay. All right. There may also be individuals in your environment that definitely don't have your best interest in mind, and that are kind of keeping things going. They're instigating, they're agitating things. So definitely be mindful of those people and be aware of those people, because they know how to trigger you. They know how to get you to come out of character. They know how to get you to be unaligned with your authentic self. So absolutely be mindful of those individuals, but you're smart enough to recognize that. You will see that a mile away. You'll see it coming, and you'll have the appropriate emotionally intelligent response for that. So let's look at guidance here. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. We have meditation here, so you're absolutely being guided to take that moment. Don't respond. Just do your breathing exercises, get up, walk away, go to the bathroom, take the moments that you need to just allow yourself to replenish your cup for a minute there, and to calm yourself, so that you can come up with an appropriate response, and you can think of the right words that you need to say here for resolving issues, or for moving things forward and in a positive direction. What else? Wonderful. So we do have good luck and prosperity becoming available to you, and you moving towards that and continuing to walk towards that. So that is so wonderful. But it is going to depend on how well you allow yourself to be divinely guided. So I would say to continue to work on that, because it definitely drove me back to this card, and you allowing yourself and allowing life to flow through you, and taking advantage of the opportunities that are coming your way here with Source. So you are going to be presented with those moments of, your higher self is seeking clarity for you. And so it's going to bring up those circumstances, those situations where you can act like in a certain way. You can, hook up. You can say exactly what is on your mind without caring about how it comes out, and if it's hurtful or not. Or you can think of a constructive way to say the truth and exactly what needs to be said, but still maintain the integrity of the relationship here. So those are some challenges that may come up to you that the universe is bringing to you. It's like, okay, you're on a higher frequency now, but there's still some things that need to dissolve and dissipate, so that we can continue to bring you more of the blessings and abundance that you're desiring here. All right, so what else do we have? You miss the beauty when you are stressed. Be gentle with yourself. Be messy. Sometimes let it all go. and you have intuitive ideas that you really need to act upon. So I love this. This is 2 separate messages here, and it's so wonderful because I feel like we've covered both of these messages, because we know that you are going to have some ideas coming through to you that you can take advantage of here. But then we also know that there is a little bit of resistance. There's a little bit of contrast that's happening, and it's so important that you don't judge yourself. If you do, just say exactly what you want to say without kind of thinking of a constructive way to say it first. You're a human being. You're having a human experience. You are allowed to do that. Excuse me. But just know that it's not helpful to your progress. And actually, I'm going to correct that, because even when you do have those moments, it can still be helpful to you, because it helps you to recognize and see your energy, your frequency, how you're acting, what you're doing, and you can adjust it in that moment. It's karma. That's what karma is to me. In the moment, seeing what's happening, how you're acting, and giving yourself that opportunity to make that change, to adjust right at that point in time. So I feel like that is more the message here. But be gentle with yourself. The consideration, the understanding, the empathy that you would give others, give it to yourself. Okay? What else do we have? So we have obstacles that may come up, and you staying flexible and allowing change to happen. Allowing yourself to continue to flow. Even if things come up where you're like, oh, you know what? I don't feel like I handled that the best. That's okay. It's a learning experience. It's a learning process for you. Now you know. And you can do things differently next time. Okay? So don't get caught up on those obstacles, and not allow yourself to process and learn your lessons and change and move forward. All right, there is only one light, and that is the source within you. So connect more deeply with you. I feel like this very strongly goes with this Chariot here. So you aligning with you, allowing that ego to merge with the higher self and source, which is all you anyway. This is that process that you're embarking upon. And I feel like that also kind of ties into the things that you're doing, the work that you're doing. Because as a part of that process, you're taking inspired action toward those gifts and talents that you have naturally, that allow you to excel and allow you to grow and allow you to be financially free. So any of those talents and gifts that you do have, explore them. Okay. All right, Aries, so those are the messages I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful week.